My name is Herson Gonzalez, pastor at Calvary Worship Center in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and Christ the King Church in Dorchester, Mass. I had just finished presiding over a funeral at my church, and I was saying goodbye to the many guests, and I saw a dear friend, and he approached me, and after a few pleasantries, he asked me if I would accompany him to a John 17:23 group. That's not what he called it. He said it's a small group for pastors. And because of my deep respect and fondness toward him, he could have called it anything. I instantly agreed to go with him. The day of the meeting came. I walked into the building and I saw 3 guys sitting around the coffee table, all of them smiling as they greeted me very warmly. Pastor Dick got up and he stood up. He said, "Brother, would you share your story?" And I did, and that request changed my life. I went on to speak about my life for about an hour and a half with these guys, and to my amazement, they didn't rush me. They listened to me. They didn't interrupt me, except to ask me a couple of probing questions, and it really let me know that they were truly listening. Sharing my story with those guys felt amazing. Although I had just met a couple of those guys, I felt so comfortable that I went deep into my personal testimony. Dick said, "If you like this, try this for 3 months." Now it's been 5 years and counting, and during this time, I've had more highs in my testimony and some more lows in my testimony. The difference now is that I have men who are pastors who can relate to me on levels that non-pastors usually can't relate to me. In addition to finding some men that care for me, I found men that I care for. The level of sharing and the intensity of our care and concern for one another has been like nothing I've ever known before. When important things happen in my life, I can't wait to share it with them. I never make important decisions without getting their valuable feedback now. I don't always like what they say, and I'm pretty sure that's why I need them in my life. Years after this journey started, I asked my friend, "Hey, why did you invite me to that meeting all those years ago?" And due to the closeness we now shared, he was able to tell me the whole truth. He told me that when he saw me in front of that beautiful church and all those beautiful people, he got worried about me. He was concerned that if I didn't have a group of men, like the group that I have now, that I could burn out, or even worse, get myself into trouble. The truth is, I was already feeling like I was in over my head and I was all alone. Burnout was probably around the corner for me, and though I'd like to think I wouldn't have, some big mistakes were looming around my head. God used that man and this group to save my life, to save my ministry, and even save my marriage with just that one invitation to this group. Now, I've enjoyed my group so much that a year ago, I asked some pastors in my own city to start a group, and we have. There's about 5 of us. And I simply could not keep this blessing to myself. While the second group is different than the other, it carries the same level of importance for me. The sharing and caring gets deeper month by month. And now I can say with great joy and some humility, I have pastor friends that care about me and I care about them. John 17:23 is a lifesaver. Some of the most significant conversations in my life, they happen right there. And being a pastor is a very strange thing. I used to ask myself, how can I feel so alone when I'm surrounded by so many beautiful people? I think the answer is that you need people that can understand you as well as love you.